Okay, let's talk about this article. Advent Messenger, Andy Roman. Lil Wayne to perform at Adventist Health Arena, a Sabbath breaking alcohol serving establishment. Why do they even have the name Adventist attached to this arena? That's already my number one question. So let's begin by listening to this news to see when the purchase was made and who are the people behind this.
Stockton Arena has a new name and the city of Stockton has a new partner. The venue is officially renamed Adventist Health Arena. The deal between the city and Adventist Health and ASM Global also includes a major upgrade to the arena, such as a new 360-degree LED display. More upgrades are set to follow, and city leaders are sharing their excitement about where this partnership could lead.
This just proves again that regardless of the challenging times that our city has experienced over the last few years, having to navigate a global pandemic, having to focus on economic stability, we not only maintained, but we're continuing to obtain, and we're continuing to grow, and we're continuing to thrive as a community.
This is the first naming rights deal in the history of the arena, which opened back in 2005.
So that's what we are told so far. Doesn't seem to really have, at least from what I'm finding out, it doesn't seem to have a connection with the Adventist church, apart from the fact it does bear the name Adventist. All right. Some people might be asking, James, you made a video recently about an individual who's using the name Adventist, and you said it's wrong for them to do that. Isn't this the same thing? Yes, this is similar. Let me show you the difference. The individual we were talking about is Emmanuel Nugas. I made a video. He went to Papua New Guinea, and there he was bearing the name Seventh-day Adventist. There's a huge difference to Seventh-day Adventist than just Adventist. You can say there is a relationship, but they're not exactly the same thing, right? You can associate the word Adventist in many other industries who are either have a brand or an attachment, or even if you are completely disconnected to the Adventist church, Adventist in and of itself is not the name of the church. So if this had said Seventh-day Adventist, this would have been something drastically different. This doesn't necessarily mean I'm justifying their move. No. When I looked it up, what I'm finding out in this, in what's going on there in Stockton, this is a secular place. It bears the name Adventist, but it does nothing that has to do with the Adventist church. There's the Advent Health. This is slightly different than Adventist Health Arena, so that it seems like there's a relationship as well. So in my research of this place, there isn't really much of anything that they are doing that are in line with the Seventh-day Adventist position. I don't see that. This is totally secular. There is no connection whatsoever. And I think some people are going to make a huge deals about this. But if you go to their website, I've never seen them. I'm not finding anywhere that they're promoting anything that is Seventh-day Adventist based. Let me go to their website to see what's going on, and I'll show you the proof. Okay, this is the Adventist Health Arena. Yes, it bears the name Adventist, but they do not promote anything that is in line with the Adventist faith. So yes, I'm still disturbed by the fact the name Adventist is being used to associate it with all kind of nonsense. Somebody say, is this a Christian institution? Do they worship the creator or God? It doesn't seem that's what they are pushing. They're pushing all kind of other secular stuff. So this is not, so for me to go there and say, this is an Adventist thing, it's not. It's really not. So that's the first thing I noticed. So I have to say, that's just what they are. That's just what they promote. So they're not hiding what they do here. And I think for us as Seventh-day Adventists to quickly associate with this, Arena, which is very secular, it's not wise, because the sad reality is they bear the name Adventist, but they're not an Adventist institution at all. So it's good to keep that in mind. So again, they have Lil Wayne coming to perform. But again, if you look into their websites, they've been doing this for years. So I'm not going to make a big deal about Lil Wayne, because they've been pushing all kind of stuff. So that's just fair game, I guess, according to what they do. So there it is. But Andy Roman did make a good argument, though. And the argument that he made, naming rights are part of a business model that allows corporation to purchase the right to have their name on arenas in exchange for large sums of money. The hope is that the company gets exposure to fans and events goers who attend concerts and sports events. The downside of these business partnerships is that the company's name becomes associated with the venues. In matters of spiritual faith, these naming rights contracts becomes a public scandal when the name Adventist become linked with the negative image of worldly concerts that openly serves alcohol, violates the Sabbath, and plays the devil's music, which are all inconsistent with the principles of our faith. That is the problem that I have as well. Yes, we need to fight for the name Seventh-day Adventist, whether it is being used by an institution, whether it is being used by some offshoot ministries. I do believe we need to push back against it. This is why I'm making this video, to show, yeah, this individual will be using it for a religious purpose, just as wrong. If you are not a Seventh-day Adventist, you don't live according to the principle, and you are not part of our movement. But if some other institution out there is using the same name Adventist for their reasons as well, we should definitely speak against it. And this is why we are talking about against it. I do believe there is a difference between Adventist, okay, because we are Seventh-day Adventists. So the entire name is what we are told that we ought to be called by. No name which can take will be appropriate, that which accounts our profession, expressions, and our faith, marks us as a peculiar people. The name, listen to the entire name, Seventh-day Adventist, is a standing rebuke to the Protestant world. So it is the entire name. We are Seventh-day Adventists. Are we ashamed of our name? We answer, no, we are not. In the name, it is the name the Lord has given us, and that's fine. So Seventh-day Adventist is definitely different than Adventist Health Arena. What Adventist Health Arena is pushing is not what we believe. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Bring your ticket if you want to purchase alcohol. Do I think the church need to respond to this? Yes, but no. Yes, it's going to be one of those fights that it will result in no change. Because you go after these people, you're going to end up spending a whole lot of money. Most likely you will not win over this name. You will not. But I think if the name Seventh-day Adventist was taken by this arena while they're pushing everything else, this will be a different case. There is a difference. So now, and again, this is what they are doing. This is what they are pushing. We are told again, alcohol, thieves, drunkards, revilers, extortioners, they will not inherit the kingdom of God. So I would like to know more of the reason why the name Adventist was attached to this thing. I've looked online. I'm not finding much. I don't know how it got associated with us, because we do not promote any of the stuff that these people are promoting. So there could be a lot more to say about this. But I would like to hear from you. I think this is a conversation we need to have. How do you feel about this? Do you think bearing the name Seventh-day Adventist on a secular industry that is pushing all kind of degeneracy and alcohol, do you think it's okay? or do you think it's wrong? I would like to hear from you. What else do you know about this? I was looking online. I could not find too much as far as their origin is concerned. Maybe my research wasn't deep enough and stuff like that. I do not find them to be associated with the church either. So they've never claimed to believe in anything that is Seventh-day Adventist based. So I can't really run with the fact that they are one of us. I refuse to just make that connection because they never claimed that. So anyway, a lot more could be said. I would like to hear from you. I think this is a matter that needs to be discussed and called out. And I think if you're going to claim the Adventist name, you need to live by the Adventist principles. I do understand there is a difference between Adventist and Seventh-day Adventist. Sometimes I use Adventist. My YouTube channel is Advent Media. I don't call myself Adventist because it's too closely linked to the church when I'm doing a work that is, yes, in connection, a side ministry, but it's not supposed to just bear that name for whatever purpose I want. So even though I'm with the Adventist church, I'm still very careful how I use the Adventist name, the Seventh-day Adventist name. So, but again, there is a difference between Seventh-day Adventist. I need to repeat myself, Seventh-day Adventist, and just the name Adventist. So a person can attach the name Adventist to just about anything. It's just another word in a sense, but the word Seventh-day Adventist is the entire name. That's the one you can't take and use however you want. So even though they're using the word Adventist here, not exactly Seventh-day Adventist, it is still a bad look. They are, because once you say Adventist, there's only one group of people on the face of the earth with that name, and it is us. So when they go to these places and see what's going on there, they're like, really? So anyway, who knows? Maybe God can use this for his glory. I don't know. It's possible that people who look up Adventist Health Arena might end up in an Adventist church. They might end up believing the Seventh-day Adventist message. You never know. So there could be a bright side to this story as well. So anyway, this is a video to say I renounce this. I don't agree with this. I think this is wrong. I'm not a fan of this, whether it is being used for secular reason, even for religious reason. If you are not pushing the Seventh-day Adventist message correctly, I totally disagree with this. I can see a lot of independent ministries use this to say, they say we can't use the name, but look at these people using their name. I can already tell. I haven't heard anybody who's saying that, but I can already tell that's what they're going to be saying or already said. Who knows? I'm making this video kind of late. I'm giving you my own and honest opinion here. I haven't listened to anybody else commenting on this. So, yeah, I agree with Andy Romans. This is a bad look for us in the way that the name Adventist is being used. I totally disagree with this. Anyway, I would like to hear from you. Where do you stand when it comes to this? Share your thought and perspective with me. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Yeah, let's have the conversation below. This is one of those things we have to keep talking about. And the more I find out, I might come back and update this video and share some more things as well. All right, until next time, have a good one. Bye.